The first time I got stabbed was twice, my leg and my back. Was in the hospital. And it just made me think, I need to get back out there. I wanted to go to prison. I wanted to be a gangster. And I thought that if I ain't gone in jail, I'm not.
You got kidnapped.
Next thing you know, Mikey, I get bear hugged from behind and thrown in a car. I weren't involved in a postcode, whatever. I'm not from an estate or a block. I just knew a few people.
Now, the most dangerous man's the 15-year-old kid who's been paid £500 to come and shoot you. You've seen how the BlueTick show has been put on the map, the world's fastest growing show. Let's put your brand on the map. The BlueTick show is now doing over 1 million views a month. Your business could be seen by an extra 1 million people every single month. Get in touch now to advertise your business. info@thebluetickshow.com. If you're looking for brand awareness, message us now. Let's do something together. Limited space available, so get in touch as soon as possible. Be in touch. One of the team will get back to you. Let's see how quickly we can get your brand to #1. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the BlueTick show. Opposite me today, I've got Anga. Went to prison, got kidnapped, and many, many more. Welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Yes, my bro. Good, man.
Firstly, how are you?
I'm good, you know, bro.
We finally got this locked in. It took us a few weeks, but we got it done.
Man. All schedules all over the place, but we're here.
Listen, my brother, I always like to start off my podcasts. I like the viewers to understand who's on the show.
Yep.
Let's have a little bit of understanding. Where you from, my bro?
Originally from South London.
What was your background like?
It was good. I'm from South London. Always moved a few sides. Parents done that as parents do till they find the right house. Yeah, good upbringing, Mikey.
What was that upbringing like?
Regular kid, few privileges. Was able to go private nursery, private primary. Mum and dad were hard workers. Dad bought his house in his mid-20s.
Probably paid nothing for it.
You know what I mean? Back then, Mikey is lucky, man. Yeah, literally was definitely a good, nice household. Always compare like my childhood to like blue sky and sunshine.
So you had a good time as a kid?
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
School? What was school like for you?
I was a good boy, man. You know, private school was like nothing's really going on there. Like loads, we were fighting over Harry Potter books. Like
so you had
who
a
read
good
the
time.
most? Yeah. You see that Harry Potter books back then, Mikey? They were chunky.
Yeah, I remember.
I was a kind of like a goofy cool kid. I used to love buying Parker pens and all that. Do you remember Parker pens?
Yeah, I
Mikey?
remember.
Yeah, I was proper into that. Good kid, man.
So you had a good upbringing, nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, loved it, man.
Because you know what it is, most people I have on the show, they say they're the product of their environment.
Yeah.
They had families were crackheads, drug dealers,
That's it,
abusers. Yours wasn't. Complete opposite.
Nah, yeah.
Hard workers, good family.
That's it.
And you should have been a good adult.
I fucking
Maybe
should've.
now you've turned your life around, but
Yeah.
we're going to dive into what happened and what went wrong.
100, yeah.
So you went from being a good kid.
Yeah.
Secondary school, what was that like for you?
See, secondary school was where a lot of things changed. So just before I hit secondary, Mikey, yeah? Like I said, I'm going private nursery, private primary, going to all these private clubs. Household is just normal routine. One day I wake up, Mikey, dad disappeared. Mum's watering up. I'm not seeing my dad's side of the family, not seeing my gran, and they normally are who I'm always seeing. Don't know what's going on. Mum's in her room all day watering up. I then get sat down, Mikey, and told that, listen, you're not going to see your dad for quite a while.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad ended up being found somewhere in London, just out of his head, and ended up getting institutionalized to like a hospital, mental health hospital. And from there, Mikey, finances started to drop down. Dad's not about no more.
Any signs of that?
Sorry?
Any signs of your dad going off the rails a little bit?
Nah.
Nothing
My
at all?
family
Nothing changed?
didn't understand. My aunties and stuff used to tell me he
How
had
old was you at
everything
that
going
point?
for him. I was about 10, 11.
Now you look back at it, do you see do you remember seeing him change at all?
Nothing. My dad was one of them guys, Mikey, in a suit every day, making sure my shoes were shined and polished going to school.
Wow.
The tie hanging down to the belly button and all of that weren't cool back then, but you know what I mean? Wow. So yeah, that happened, Mikey. Lots of the finance things kind of came in place. red letters coming through the door. Mum's looking at the red letters. I'm 10 thinking, okay, I don't think my mum likes red letters. Just finances start dropping down. Sky cut off.
When Sky cuts off,
Sky's cut off, bro. Consoles are getting pawned into cash converters. Mum's like, don't open the door to these big guys. Yeah. Obviously bailiffs. Eating Tesco value, bro. In 20p curry and like that, mate. Yeah. And it weren't like that before, Mikey.
But that must have been hard for me, going from one extreme to another. Like, Mikey, you literally went from living a good life, both parents part of it,
to like overnight, mate.
And seeing your mum break down in tears.
Yep.
That's not easy to watch as a kid.
Nah.
So as much as you said to me you had a great upbringing,
yeah,
having that happen overnight, that must have been a bit of a shock to your system.
Hard, Mikey, man. You know what? I always thought, as a kid, dad's going to be back or it's going to change. But yeah, got into secondary school, as you said, Mikey, and that's when everything changed. Public secondary school and private primary school, and who's in there is a big difference, bro. Yeah. But yeah, secondary school, as soon as I was about to step into secondary school, I was chatting to these guys, got on with them. They stepped right into school and they got targeted straight away. I'm talking these two boys who I know who they are now, but I didn't know back then. They made them jump up and down, make sure, give me your lunch money.
The boys you were with, or
no? Like literally, the boys that I was with, they got targeted.
They got targeted,
yeah, by these two boys.
Oh wow, okay.
That jump up and down. Where's your lunch money? Do about 20 star jumps just to make sure no coins is shaking. Yeah. Take your bag off, rucksack off at the back. I was traumatized.
Yeah.
I'm coming from private primary school, Mikey.
Everyone's got money.
Everyone's got money. No one's bullying, and these boys come to me, Mikey, and like, yeah, what did you get from them? I'm shocked, like, huh? The two guys that was robbing, and they just thought, this guy is one of us, me. So that's when I kind of thought, okay, I need to make a choice about who I want to be in secondary. I don't want to be like these boys, jumping up every day, 20 star jumps and all of that. So yeah.
Would you tell them you got from them? Did you join that side?
Nah, I didn't understand, Mikey. But you know what? I thought every day was going to be like that. But that was the only time in the first year of secondary school that happened. Year 7 was quiet. It was normal after that. It was all right.
And for you, the difference is now you've got a massive void to fill.
Yeah.
Your dad's not there.
Dad's not there.
Your mum's... Do you know what it is? And no one understands. Seeing your mum cry, your mum hurt, your family get upset.
Yeah.
That can change someone completely.
Oh, 100.
It doesn't matter what your upbringing was like. That can... at any age...
Mm-hmm.
Seeing someone upset your mum, whether it's intentional or not, can make you bring out a side of you never even knew existed.
Definitely.
So, in year 7, was there any other issues?
No. So what it was, year 7, like I said, the first day that happened, Mikey, I thought,
the first day, you probably thought,
I thought every day is gonna be like this.
I'm never going back here.
Yeah, mate, I was on that, but I knew I had to stay. But yeah, it went quiet, and then I think like year 8, Mikey. Happy slaps, postcode wars, phone robberies, all just came crashing down in one. I don't know if you remember that, Mikey. That was it. Came out of nowhere, and that's when I realized, okay, this is getting mad. I'm talking, Mikey, like you're getting robbed as soon as you step out going to school. At your local bus stop, there'll be boys roaming around. You get on the bus, go into school, they're upstairs there.
Yeah.
You get into school in the morning, there might be a few of them there. You leave school, they're outside your school. Phone robberies was going mad. And Happy Slaps, innit, Mikey?
Yeah, of course.
Happy Slaps was crazy, man.
Was you ever a victim of that?
You know what? I wasn't. For good. I wasn't ever with Happy Slaps, but...
Robberies?
The phone robberies, it started to happen to me. Like later on when it was kind of dying down. First I was avoiding it, Mike. Like it came to the point, Mikey, where me and 3 friends in school will notice if someone's been robbed. As soon as they get through this, come in the morning, their faces are hanging down. They'll be showing you the SIM card. Like, oh yeah, well at least they gave me back my SIM card. I'm like, like they're always getting robbed. It was horrible. And then there was like 2 times where I got approached, Mikey. And by the 3rd time, I kind of realized how to sort that out.
How did you realize?
Everything changed from then.
What changed? What do you mean you realized how to sort it out?
I started to realize that, right, if you become angry, aggressive, and use violence, these boys will leave you alone. So me, I weren't really violent or aggressive. I was a cool guy, like, you know, I wouldn't fight you unless you hit me first. But when the third time, when I was realizing, okay, you know, I need to use some aggression because these boys are going to try and take my phone. I'm going to be a regular victim. I ended up fighting them.
And what happened?
I ended up, like, got beaten up, but, like, got their body, yeah, but they left me out. I realized, okay, this boy, you know, he's not going to give over his phone easy. Because prior to that, there was 2 other times where I was approached, but I already prepped in my head what I would do if boys approached me. Because, Mikey, I'm talking every day.
It's that bad?
I'm going in school, somebody's getting robbed. So, yeah, the 2 times I was able to avoid it. The first time, these boys came up on the bus. There were some adults at the front. These guys are asking me for the time. They don't want the Greenwich time. You know what I mean, Mikey?
Yeah.
And then I realized they're going to take my phone. I stood up and I started to say loud, like, why are you going to take my phone? Because I knew there was adults at the front.
Yeah.
So that was my way to get saved. Yeah, they kind of helped me out there.
Didn't take the phone?
Nah, because the adults was there. The second time, I was approached. A group of us got lined up on the wall. And we got patted down.
Swear to
on
God.
the wall, bro. Literally, like, on the wall here.
Raw.
6 of us. We got patted down. I was the last one. Yeah, and tried to turn the third time. I was like, nah, I'm not having it no more. So, yeah, things changed from there, Mike. He ended up swinging a few punches. They weren't really aiming. They were a bit weak, but, you know, saved me, innit?
And when you realised in yourself that you had that part of you,
yeah,
is that where everything changed?
It changed from there, from that time, Mikey. You know, I was like, nah. I ended up tomatoing one of their noses, and then yeah.
Because you know what it is? I think it's always the first time. It's the hardest.
Yeah.
When that changes and you realise, it's like, you know the movie Stand Up to the Bully?
I do, yeah.
From the minute where he...
Watched that a few times.
From the minute where he stands up and deals with it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. He's the man. He's not. No one's bullying him no more.
Yeah.
And the bullies back off. They think, okay, he's not an easy victim no more. Let's leave him alone.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what happened with you. You went home.
Yeah.
What happened when you went home?
I was happy, innit? Because you know what? Look, Mikey, my mum ain't got nothing. Yeah, we've lost everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Mum's
got me a contract phone. I'm kind of old school, so I don't know if you know the Nokia 6230. Remember that, Mikey?
Yeah.
That was like equivalent to an iPhone or f***ing Samsung now. Yeah. I'm like, nah, these guys are not gonna do this to me. And I went home, felt good, but guess what? Ended up finding out that these boys were one of the biggest gangsters in their ends, and they ain't gonna let that slide.
So what happened the next day?
So what happened was, this was summer holidays.
Okay.
So when I went to school, back to school, the whole of the school came towards me. I know what you done. These boys are this, da-da-da-da-da.
It spreads like
I'm
wildfire.
a normal guy, bro. Like, and I realized who they was. And they're coming for me, Mikey, just because I didn't have it. Because I fought them back. They're coming for me. And they ended up coming to my school every day until they found out that I was jumping over the back gates and stuff like that, yeah.
Did your mum find out about all of this?
She did, when they ended up, their brothers and family and people ended up jumping over my fence one time.
At home?
At home. Luckily, I had these big pit bulls, and they thought, nah, you know, I don't think that fence I want to jump over. But yeah, it got close to home, Mikey, and then I got sent to move to my grandma's in Brixton. Brixton back then was crazy.
Yeah, what was Brixton like? Brixton's still crazy.
Brixton, yeah, but not like now. Like back then, Mikey, it was mad.
Every day.
Yeah, man, as soon as you step off the bus, are you Muslim? Like some people say, yeah, just to be not robbed.
Yeah,
that's what it was back then. Or like, what ends you from? Who do you know? Straight away. But yeah, went to Brixton, went to stay with my gran. My gran was like one of them kind of strict people that live in the hood. So, you know, like everybody hates Chris, you know, like they go on like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was literally one of them ones. And but Mikey, I ended up meeting a few boys over there. They ended up having the same problems with these boys that I had.
The same boys?
Same.
And how old was you at this point?
I was like 16, 17.
Young. Yeah,
so like, when did I went to Brixton, like end of 07.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I built up a relationship with these guys. First, they didn't want to know me. They thought this guy's too humble. The boys I'm talking, people might know them: Carl Loco, Mad Mikes, Terrell Lewis, known as Boost. These guys weren't on this friendly thing. I was too calm, so first they were like, "Oh, we don't really know this guy. Like, why is he coming around for what?" I wanted a bit of clout. I weren't too far from them. Made a few phone calls. People told them what I did. It was like training day, innit? Come over and see what you're about. Obviously, they had their stuff going on. I wasn't ever really on the gang stuff, Mikey. I was just on my own thing, you know. But when I found out they had problems with the same people I had problems with, it was only right to link up.
What happened? How did you deal with the problem? This video is sponsored by Cranbrook Law, an award-winning immigration law firm. Their talented solicitors can help when any struggles arise regarding immigration law. They can help get you the visas they need. They can help get you the staff you need from any other countries. As you can see, the website is on the screen right now. So if you need anything to do with immigration law, message Cranbrook Law and let them help you. Whether you're looking to obtain a sponsor license, receive advice and guidance in relation to compliance and our civil penalties, or take advantage of our know-how and experience across a broad range of business visas, our talented and dynamic immigration lawyers are available to speak to you. Telephone numbers on the screen, emails on the screen, and hit the link in the bio if you need any help.
Obviously I had a few friends as well. They were like connected with these guys. Yeah, like they most of my friends, like they either had brothers from Myersfield Estate or like Olders or like some kind of connection over there. I weren't over there like that, but I knew them boys over there, some of them, and so yeah, literally it just started going off from them, Mikey, really.
Like what?
I thought that to get approved by a couple of these people, I started just jumping into everybody's beef, thinking, all right, I've got something to prove. I'm nobody. Mm-hmm. I got these problems with these boys. These guys are looking at me like, who's this guy? And I just thought that I need to kind of
be the man.
I just thought, you know, this like humble thing ain't really working, mate. Let me kind of like go home, put on a little outfit, Superman outfit, come out, try to do the road thing, innit? That's how it was. I started to what we call subscribe to the road.
And what when would you say that it changed for you? When was the turning point when you thought, okay, now I'm really involved in the road?
From when, like, I'm just in everybody's beef. I done it for clout. If you was on the road with me, Mikey, back then, you said, I got a problem. I'm just doing it. Not because I really care for you, because I want some clout. I want you to tell everybody, yeah, you know, we done this, and that. But yeah, when I just started to have loads of problems, Mikey, like literally, it was like twice a week for like years. I would always fight. There'll never be a week where I didn't have a fight.
Just every week scraps?
Every week there was like at least 2 fights. And then, you know, you get stabbed.
Did you ever get stabbed?
Yeah, been stabbed. The first time I got stabbed was twice. My leg and my back. Was in the hospital. And it just made me think, I need to get back out there.
Did you ever carry a knife?
I rode with something, innit? You know what I mean? I stayed safe.
You always had protection.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I say it, and the problem is now, is back then, I think not as many people carried knives as now.
No. It was kind of...
It was always a fist fight.
Yeah. It was the postcode war was just springing into like... It was more people get rushed than stabbed. Yeah.
You'd hear this man got robbed. They all punched him up, kicked him.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everybody has a knife.
Everybody. It's crazy,
It's normal. It's normalised to walk around with a knife. Even
like a sword they have now. Like
they have.
Back then, it was like you come out with your butterfly.
Yeah, a little flicky.
Or your little Stanley
Yeah,
knife.
everyone had Stanleys back then as well.
Like,
but now, like, even my little brother, he phoned me up and he goes, Mikey, I was in Nando's. A guy got stabbed in his head. I was like, was stabbed in his head?
In Nando's as well.
Shows me a picture. The guy, he's got a video of it where it's on TikTok. Everyone's got...
Yeah.
Bro, the guy's running at him with a fucking sword.
That's what I'm saying. And that's normal to them.
Yeah. Like...
Back then, it was just butterflies, Mikey, Stanleys.
And if you had that, you was a big man as well to have that. It was normally just a scrap. It was normally a fight. You go in there, punch him up. All right, yeah, you might have kicked him a little bit when he's on the floor, but then you leave it. You run away kind of thing. Or you rob his phone. And I think that's what's changed massively.
Yeah.
Now it's not gone from having a little fight. You're not worried about coming home with a black eye or coming home with broken ribs. You're worried that my son might not come home.
And back then it was more like, if you get rushed, Mikey, or you lose the fight, you always had like a cousin that would know somebody. It's unity, squashed. Now they don't care if you got older brother or older cousin.
Do you know what I say to everyone? Like, nowadays, back then it used to be like, there used to be big family names as well.
Yeah.
Like, there was like big names where you would not fuck with that family.
Yeah, definitely not.
If that family phones you, it's all squashed.
Yeah.
Now, the most dangerous man's the 15-year-old kid, kid who's been paid £500 to come and shoot you. Mm-hmm. And he will do it.
Agreed.
To prove a point, he'll say, I've done him. Even 13.
Yeah.
You're seeing people get nicked at 13.
I know.
And the world's mad. I've had guests on my show, and I'm asking them, what age do you go to prison? He's going 14 years old.
14, yeah.
To me, it's...
It only got worse, Mikey. I mean, I think the postcode war started, like, I'm in my early 30s, so I think, like, there was always gangs, but you see, like, my age group, I think we took the postcode war to another level. Because there was, like, a few gangs in, like, one borough, and then my age group, every block started to... And now it's, like, every road.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, Mikey? Some ends you go to, like... No disrespect, but I used to like roam around Wimbledon. Now and there's gangs in Wimbledon and just everywhere, mate. Like, it's crazy, man.
So when you was on the roads, when you got involved, what did your involvement mean you was involved in?
So cause I affiliated with these boys that were in a gang that had problems with these people that I had problems with, them boys thought, right now, if you're with them, you must be part of their gang.
Yeah.
So, I couldn't go certain areas anymore. I was getting calls all the time, death threats. I don't know who you are. Because they know that, you know them, and we know who you are. Like, it was mad. I even got kidnapped, Mikey.
You got kidnapped?
Got kidnapped, Mikey.
What age?
I was 18.
Talk us through when you got kidnapped at 18 years old.
Was going out with a couple guys to central London, as it was back then. Mikey, weekend, night town, girls, all of that. All right, cool. Got on the bus, and it went through a certain area. I'm not in a gang. I'm not thinking anything of it. I get off at Elephant and Castle.
Yeah.
Back then it had the roundabout. Now it's not like that. It was roundabout. Got off the bus. Some guy that I know, he started talking to me. I know he kind of knows people that I don't like.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm thinking he's not involved like that. He just knows them, but he knows me too. Mm-hmm. So he starts talking to me, explaining like, how has it got to this? He's like, oh, because you know these boys over here, this is the reason why my friends are kind of onto you. And he's like, bro, it shouldn't even be like that. I'm kind of agreeing what he's saying. But he's messaging as he's talking to me, Mikey.
Okay. I
don't know anything. I'm not really paying attention to that. Next thing you know, Mikey, I get bear hugged from behind and thrown in a car. In Elephant and Castle, bro. Wow. Thrown in a car. I'm kicking and... everything. I'm like, no, I'm not going in the boot. You know the ones there, Mikey. Get thrown in the car. The car kind of takes off. Police come. Stop the car.
I swear to God.
Yeah, they're like, oh, too much people in this car. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll jump out. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Mikey?
They didn't put you in the boot?
Nah, they put me in the back of the car, but they definitely had plans for me. But as soon as the police stopped me, or stopped us and said, like, there's too many people, one of you got to jump down. My hands, I was like, yep, no problem, I'll jump out.
They let you out? Guys, have you been thinking of move to Dubai? I've partnered up with Cranbrook Legal to make your experience so much easier. Literally, I got the main man from Cranbrook Legal right now to tell you how easy it is.
Guys, it's as simple as picking up the phone, giving us a call and letting us get on with the business.
What, literally, one phone call?
Literally one phone call, a few documents, and we're there.
And then I just get up, fly to Dubai, and I ain't got to pay tax no more?
Yeah, you can come and see us. We'll take you out for a meal, show you Dubai, and then it's all up to you after that.
Bro, where do I sign now?
Yeah, the boys knew, innit? They couldn't do nothing. The feds pulled the car, bro. So they let me out, and I ran, bro, for my life, like. And I could see these boys, they were looking at me, and because the police was still kind of there with them, but then the police moved off, they spanned the car around, bro. I don't know how I got away from a golf, but I was gone, like, I was missing. That's when I thought, Mikey, like, this is getting serious. Like, I'm not about this life, Mikey. I'm just this guy where I didn't want to become a victim.
That could have been
I'm here for my friends, but, like, now I've got big problems. These boys that I kind of know, we're not the greatest of friends, but these boys over here just know I'm cool with them. And I'm going to get kidnapped, Mikey. Yeah. Anyway, the same year or a year later, the boys that ended up napping me, they ended up doing something to another guy, and they're in prison for life now. So I'm thinking, I'm not really a fan of the police, but if I didn't get stopped that day, Mikey, that could have been me. But it didn't make me stop, Mikey. It was like, right, you lot tried to stab me, you tried to kidnap me. I'm still here though. Let's come out to play. And it just kept on going on, Mikey.
What was it, fights every week?
It was more, it was more like, I'll go around there with a few people, they'll come around there. It was just looking for me. Like I said, I weren't outside all the time, but I just knew I couldn't go around their area. It just got too mad, Mikey. I didn't like what I was getting myself into, Mikey. If you listen to the story, Mikey, I was just this guy that just didn't want to be a victim. And now it's like I'm in some serious...
How old was you?
I say, like, when things started getting serious, like 16, 17.
Man, you get kidnapped at that age.
Yeah, bro, bro, I don't know what I was on because it didn't affect me, bro. I was literally coming back out, bro.
Did your mom know about that day?
Nah,
was your dad part of your life?
If she's watching this now, this is gonna be the first time she's heard about that.
Oh, you've never told anyone?
Never told my mum, not my mum.
Oh, but you've never told this. You never told this story live.
Never live, nah.
Oh wow.
You know me, Mikey. I'm private, but it's for the youths to see what can happen. Do you know what I mean, Mikey?
But that's not a joke. Imagine 16 years old. Anything could have happened to you.
Yeah, Mikey. You know, and like I said, a year later, the same people that done that to me, like done something to another guy, but this time he was dead, so he's not here to tell the story. Yeah. So yeah, came back outside, Mikey, and
got straight back to it.
Yeah, I mean, get back to it, Mikey. It was like I was always on my own thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. But if I was around certain people and things come down, I'll probably be the first person to start it. So if I'm around you, Mikey, and you got bare guys coming up to you, I'm gonna be the first one to tomato their nose in it. And yeah, just things kind of crashed on, and then.
And what was you involved in?
I was just basically affiliated with people. I mean, friends that I had before were now in gangs. Some of them. My friend Tiny Supreme, he was involved in something called Brooklyn. And then they had everyone was just beefing. It's like everybody just became gang. And I didn't understand why. Didn't
you think to yourself, let me just stay home? I
tried to, Mikey, but when you got like boys knowing where your mum lives, they're jumping over the fence. You're in this kind of, you're thinking this, I need to get more credit. I need to start doing more serious stuff. if they're rolling with burners, how can I be rolling with a nank?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, Mikey? Like, they're not on this, like, yeah, we done this to you. Like, they were gonna drop me, Mikey. You know, I got stabbed in my leg and my back. They tried to stab me in my neck.
How many times have you been stabbed?
3 times.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. So it was just being affiliated, Mikey.
So you weren't involved in this at all?
I weren't involved in a postcode, whatever. I'm not from an estate or a block. I just knew a few people, moved around the area. Something happened in secondary school. Found out that the guys that I'm talking to now, they have problems with the same people. Them people, I've noticed that I know them.
How did that drama end?
People got killed, and the boys went to jail, and some of them turned their life around. So nothing ended well.
So it was never like a mutual, let's squash this.
Nah, I ain't seen them up to, like I said, the ones that done that to me are all in jail, doing like 30 wrecks and all of that. Yeah, mate. So
yeah, that's mad.
It was mad, Mikey. But it was mad when I came outside. It kind of there was a lot of happening. And then yeah, one day, Mikey, like my gran's given me a number to call. Thinking, right, Nanny, why are you giving me this number? She's saying there's a lady that's interested in she wants to talk to you. She wants to give you a job.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't had a job, Mikey. I'm like 20 going on 21. My lifestyle was mad back then, Mikey. Up all night, sleep all day, make a little bit of money on the street. So she's like, yeah, introduce you to this woman. This lady starts talking to me about charity work. I don't want to hear that, Mikey. No disrespect.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm going through a madness. She's talking about charity work, what she wants to do for the community, XYZ. And the last thing she mentioned was she wanted to do something for young people, Mikey.
Yeah.
She wanted to keep them off the road. There's boys that are getting into trouble. She's trying to find like a way on how to do that. You know, the same guys that I was kind of hanging around with, Mikey, yeah? They kind of came off this road life a year before that.
Okay, so they were kind of relaxed.
Yeah, so I knew that I can call them, real guys, they've been through it all, and they can speak to these young people.
Mm-hmm.
Put that together now, Mikey. Went out there handing out loads of leaflets, telling these young people, like, look, there's this name, this name, this name. They're going to be down in this hall. If you like, they're going to speak about the road life.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah. Went well, Mikey. I was expecting 10 people to come. 50 people ended up turning up to the hall. All different kinds of walks of life. I met this mentor in there, and he was like, look, I like what you done. This is your first job. You put everything together in a week. Parents were really happy. The whole it just went perfect, Mikey.
Yeah, a lot better than you expected.
Yeah, the guy gave me his number, was like, look, let me explain to you about my kind of work, his kind of work. It might be of interest to you.
Yeah.
You're a young man, you don't really know what you're doing, you want a job. Let's do this. So I was like, you know, as he was talking, I was like, yeah, that's okay. So yeah, after the hall, Mikey, I ended up leaving. Literally 10 minutes walking down the road, some boys jumped out on me, ran me down. They had dog chains, ran me down. I've turned around, I see some piece of wood in a skip, and we're all fighting. Went home, and I said, this is me. What he said about this mentoring. This ain't that. You know, I'm living a lie, Mikey. I can't be half-hearted with it. I really need to go hard after this. I was like, look, I'm putting this thing together for young people, but it's not making any sense because I'm getting run down as soon as
after.
Yeah. So the guy was phoning me the next day maybe 20, 30 times. I didn't go. It was an opportunity I missed, Mikey, you know? If I would, you know...
and when you say I wanted to go hard in the road game,
yeah.
What changed?
What do you mean?
Well, you said, obviously, you know, like, you wanted to go harder. This is for me. I need to be full-time. I can't be part-time.
Yeah.
Did you get more violent? Did you start?
Yeah, I was somebody before, Mikey, where, you know, I wouldn't do anything to you unless you hit me.
Yeah.
Now I'm at the point where if you say something small, I'm gonna be jumping on you like a monkey, mate.
Okay. So you didn't give a shit.
No,
Now
I
you're
did.
just reckless.
Literally, when I got to like 19, 18 to like 21, Mikey.
Is that where the name Anger come from?
Yeah. Well, it was actually they started to call me that more. I think I got gassed with the name. I wasn't even an angry guy like that. They just started to say right anger, because I would be so quiet, so humble,
And then boom.
and that was like. I was doing that for like 4 or 5 years, and it was the worst, Mikey. It affected everyone around me. I was horrible to my family. I was just always angry. It was horrible.
Do you think you played up to the name as well?
Yeah.
Being called angry every day makes you wanna.
I was like, I had an identity crisis, mate. Like I wanted to just be this boy that never got picked on. And now I felt like, okay, now I'm rolling with all these serious guys and I need to be like them. But they're not like me. They've lived a gritty life. I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not thinking like that, Mikey. I'm just thinking this is the only way. So yeah, it got like that, you know.
And there's a part of your life where you got arrested as well. And you went to prison.
Yeah. This was during the times, Mikey, things was taking off.
That was during this period here because obviously you went to prison at 18, right?
Yeah, I got held, remanded.
What happened?
Something happened where there was a move. Somebody got obviously robbed. My name got called. It wasn't me. Spent some time in there, came straight out.
How long did you do inside?
Only a month. It's remand.
What was it like? So you've gone prison after that as well?
Yeah, that was my main conviction.
But before we talk about that, I want to go back to the first day you walked into prison.
Yeah.
You're in the court, you're here getting remanded.
Mm-hmm.
You spent 24 hours in a cell, you went to court in the morning, they turned around and said, boom, remand.
Yeah.
Was you scared?
I didn't care.
Not at all.
My mindset back then, Mikey, was like, I wanted to go to prison.
Oh, for real? You
I
wanted
wanted
to get that
to
street
go.
cred?
I needed to. I'd be like, well, if, for example, this killie over here went to jail, I need to go. I just was a wannabe.
You just wanted to be the baddest boy in the street.
I wanted to be a gangster. Right. And I thought that if I ain't gone to jail, I'm not.
You done a month remand?
Just done a month.
Any problems inside?
Nah, nothing. I was up in Essex, innit? So back then, nobody knew each other really. Yeah.
You
Came out.
Now you're
nothing, Mikey. I didn't care. I didn't give a.
Now you're even a bigger man now because obviously you've been in prison.
I'm gassed, bro. When I'm seeing like free act, this is what I wanted to see.
Oh, for real?
It's dead now, Mikey. But back then, I thought, like I need to be a gangster. Gangsters go jail. Gangsters do this, and that. But I'm really not that guy. And the real street guys around me are telling me, you're not that guy. Why are you doing this to yourself? You know, my friend Locks, Carl Loco, the man there used to say, be careful, like, you're going down the wrong route.
Do you reckon this was all... Was your dad part of your life at this point?
Nah, my dad was in a mental health hospital. I was seeing him every week, Mike, for 5 years, every weekend.
Do you reckon you went off the rails due to... Not losing your dad, obviously. You
Definitely
didn't lose him, but...
Dad, Mikey. I was very close with him before. I mean, now I'm seeing my dad just skin and bone now. The mental health hospitals, Mikey, they really f*** people up.
And he went from being the main man of the house to not even there.
Yeah, to having putting everything together. Just very highly respected in a good way. He weren't no gangster.
Yeah.
My dad was a hard worker, so my mum, but it's like, well, think about my life now, Mikey. Every weekend for 5 years, I'm seeing my dad in a mental health institution.
And the problem is as well, when you're coming back to it, you go see him, you come back, you're more angry.
Yeah, I was angry. And then I felt like the only people that felt my pain were street guys. Because they all been hurt. All these friends that I had before in private clubs, private primary school, they don't want to know me anymore.
Yeah, you're not that guy, no.
Yeah, I'm not. You don't fit in it. You have to fit in with them kind of people, Mikey. They live a fake lifestyle. It's all about you can never struggle around them. Yeah, money. So yeah, Mikey, I'm just literally going through a really dark time in my life. Really dark, Mikey. I didn't care about jail. I didn't care about anything. But I didn't want to do life though. But I didn't care about anything else. I didn't want to do life. Yeah.
And what would you say was the point where you said you went to prison again? That was
when I got sentenced. But that was later on when I kind of calmed down, Mikey. I sort of like realized that this little identity crisis I was going through is definitely an identity crisis. Ended up getting a job.
Okay.
What
job was you doing?
Warehouse work, not the best, but that's how I started off. Yeah, started off like picking and packing, moving up to forklifting. Before you know what you're doing, every little thing around the warehouse. Got my house and had my first child.
Oh well, so you really sorted your life out?
Yeah, I literally
done a 360.
Literally, mate.
That's good.
Yeah, I was like, this is not me. When you know you're not really that person, Mikey, you need to get out of it ASAP before you end up like these guys are doing 30 wrecks. Or
do you think it helped getting a partner?
I think it might have.
Helped you settle down a little bit, took you off the road a little bit, kept you at home.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And definitely having a child.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, as you heard from many people, you want to make sure that you're a role model now, not for the wrong reasons, So, yeah, 22, that was happening. I cut off everybody. I felt like I had to, but I ended up becoming like an introvert, and I ended up going through social anxiety. So I was just doing my own thing, but I needed to stay alone, Mikey.
Yeah.
To sort out myself, because I was weird.
So, bro, what went wrong? You're telling me right now you had a good life. You're telling me you got all your stuff together.
Yeah, all together. So say like Mikey, I had like 5-6 months. Everything's going sweet. On the way to work one day, I'm on the phone to somebody.
Yeah.
People are still kind of calling me, talking shit. Not as much as before. My friends called me, said he got a problem with somebody. I know who that is. I've called that person. That person's been disrespectful. I'm yelling on the phone now. This white guy comes out of nowhere. Well, he's behind me, I believe. And he walked past me and he said, he was mumbling under his breath something, but he was looking back at me, Mikey. He looked back like maybe 3 times and mumbling. So I'm like, 1 minute, on the phone. So what's wrong, mate? This guy weren't my age. It's probably double my age, late 40s, yeah?
Oh, right, yeah.
He said something like, keep the noise down. Like, he's speaking proper posh. And so I'm like, off, man, leave me alone. Like, fucking go away, man. And he was like, oh, well, you heard what I said, keep the noise down. And then he comes to my face and he's like, this is what you kind of people are like, you black boys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I spazzed because I was already on like boiling point with this phone call. Ended up giving him like a double combo. And he dropped on the floor, Mikey, and part of his face hit the floor, and he was out cold. I thought he was dead, and I blew out. But it was on my mind, Mikey. You can't just go to work after you've done that and left someone out cold. So I got on the bus. I was driving. So I was driving, and then after 10 minutes, it was playing on my mind like.
Yeah, is he right? Is he not? What's happened? Is police there?
Yeah, I've came back round. Crime scene, mate.
Oh, for real?
Crime scene, mate. And like, police, ambulance, everything. I'm kind of walking up to the crime scene. Police are like, oh yeah, look, go away. Like, this has happened. And I'm like, no, I done it. But they don't hear me saying that. I'm like, no, I done it. And then they were like, what? And then they realized. Handcuffs.
Well, you admitted to it?
Admitted straight away. Because I didn't want no problem. Mikey, I just couldn't. I thought he was gone. I thought he was gone, mate. He's out cold. So I admitted to it. But the guy told a different story, mate. And I got charged for a higher charge.
What did you get charged with?
I got charged Section 18, GBH.
Intent to endanger life, no? Yeah. Wow.
I got charged for that, Mikey.
What should you have got?
Without intent, because the guy's come up to me and he was aggressive to me, but the police somehow believed that because he had a bag in his hands with 2 bottles, so they believe I've smacked it over his head, and that's the reason why he was out cold, and that's the story that he told. So I had to go through trial, Mikey, to prove it's not that. And got a lovely solicitor called Barry. He was able to get footage, and it showed the whole scene, and realised that I didn't hit him with a bottle. This guy came to me. He was acting aggressive. I told him off loads of times he won't go, and I just gave him like a double combo. But because I had little nickings before, Mikey, like cautions and they were like, well, we'll drop it down to section 20, but you're still going to do some time.
How long did you do?
I got 2 years, do 1.
What was it like inside?
That time it was horrible, Mikey. I went through social anxiety as well, so I didn't want to be around anyone.
What prison was you in?
Thameside. So first jail was Thameside.
Thameside's not too bad.
It's lit. It was lit. Guess what, Mikey? When I went to Thameside, as soon as the next morning, all my brethren from the ends was there. So I was like, oh, this is
link up.
Sweet, yeah, it's link up. My guy Arms, Raws, Kiers, they were in there. They were like, oh, bro, listen, look, come to E Lowers. Yeah,
What's that?
It's like
The wing, part of the wing.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, sweet. And then the next day, they opened my door. They're like, you're going to Brixton, mate. So they bring me to Brixton prison. Mate, that jail's like Victorian and shit like that. Like, so the cells are so small. It wasn't nice. But I went through a hard time, Mikey, because my mental health wasn't great them times. I was dealing with social anxiety.
And you just had a kid as well.
Just had a kid. Like, I was thinking, I've just sorted my life out. Why the f am I in here now?
Yeah.
I'm getting sentenced now. When I was doing madness a few years ago, Mikey, I didn't even get bagged.
Yeah.
So I was stressed out, Mikey, but, you know, then I had another case as well that I forgot about. Imagine that, Mikey, you forget about
While inside?
Whilst inside. I thought for some reason, if I've been nicked before and I'm in jail, they'll forget about it.
What happened?
I got nicked whilst I was on bail, I got nicked for a manhandling thing, yeah? With these people on my road. They took me from there to Highdown.
Mm-hmm.
So they took me from a Cat C to a Cat B. Bust the case, and I ended up staying in Highdown.
Oh,
yeah.
How much different was it?
It was terrible, Mikey. I mean, in a week, I got framed for selling spice. Done some time in the block.
What's the block like?
People will tell you that it's horrible as shit. There's things, but for me, I was alone. And that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
It was peaceful. It's just that when you are there for a little while, Mikey, it's mad. Like, it's too silent. Yeah. I'm thinking, how's Charles Bronson and all these people doing years of that?
He's
you know
been in
Mikey?
there for years.
Years, mate. Years. Just a silent room and a mattress on the bed and a toilet.
Is it just like a cell?
Yeah, but
like as in a
but no TV.
Like a when you get arrested, when you get nicked.
Yeah, it's like that, but dirty, Mikey, but dirty
and silent.
Some jails it would either be very loud or some jails very silent.
Very loud as in from other inmates.
Yeah, like if you go to like serious jails, you know, like Bear Manor and Block. At that time in Highdown, there weren't a lot of people in the block, so I was just alone. I got caught in the cell. Some officer tried to say that I was trying to move spice in it. But yeah, bust that. Went back to Brixton, fresh home. It didn't change for me. I tried to, Mikey. I'd done a good couple of years back to the 9 to 5. Family's growing. My kind of work, what I was in, like warehouse, courier work, you don't get rich with that, Mikey. Yeah, so I started to get into some dealing with some boys up in not too far from here, Mikey.
Yeah.
As we know, as we spoke about. Ended up getting nicked up in Cambridge.
What'd you get nicked for?
Just for I was on Obo.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
But my friends that I was linking up there, buying stuff from, they were on Obo. So the feds kept on seeing me come back and forth into Cambridge. So they thought, well, we can't get the big people.
Let's get him.
So let's get him. And then, yeah, I got nicked.
What was your charge?
Handling stolen goods.
What was you handling?
Laptops, phones, all fresh in it.
Everything?
Yeah.
Did you go to prison for that?
I was held for that because what happened is I was on bail for something else. Somebody that I used to deal with before snaked me, reported me to the police for some stupidness. And then whilst I was on bail, I got nicked for that. The handling stolen goods. But yeah, I got held because when the feds nicked me, there was 2 guys in front of me. There was 3 cars. I was in behind 2 other guys in front. One of my guys, his name's Dan Diarge. He's like known as a multi-millionaire career criminal in Kent. I was linking him. He had some people in front of him. Yeah. I didn't know who they was, Mikey. We've all been stopped by the feds out of nowhere. They've come because they was on Obo. And one of the guys in the front, he had sweets.
Yeah.
He had slugs in it in the car, so everybody's been remanded straight away. And then they thought that, you know, if they pressure me, I'm gonna start singing. But I was in another car. I wasn't in the same car as these guys. So yeah, I spent some time in there for the handling stolen goods, and I got out.
Prison life all right when you was in there?
Yeah, because I met my mate that I was with. He was a really good guy. His name's, like I said, Dan Diarge. He looked after me, mate. He didn't have anyone in the country at the time. So I used to, when he was going on his visits, yeah, bro, yeah, wear my Valentino t-shirt, wear my Chewies, all of that. He was like, bro, I'm going to look after you. And then, yeah, when his family came back, his mum gave me money, sent me money, all of that. He could see that I was just going down a wrong path and I needed help, Mikey. And I told him about what I wanted to do when I got out. Gave me some money, got out, and yeah, things went well from them, mate.
So that's when you turned your life around?
Yeah, I literally decided to move correct, stop getting drawn out by silly things or silly people.
And that's what leads you up to doing what you're doing now?
Yes, yeah.
So what is it you're doing now?
So I'm part of a group that own a body garage unit for black licensed taxis. So we buy taxis, black Hackney carriages. We make sure they're fully inspected well from inside and out. And yeah, they're licensed by TfL. And yeah, that's how I make a living now, mate, you know.
Life's a lot better now, you're fully legit?
It's a lot better. Well, you know, Mikey, we get there. It's kind of squeaky clean, getting there. But yeah, a lot better, Mikey. But it's just, you know, like going back to, it's just, I went through an identity crisis, and I feel like a lot of the young people, that's what they're going through now, Mikey.
You know what? I've had some good people around me, and they get a buzz from being a gangster.
Yeah, and that's what I thought I was, Mikey, as we said.
I know one good friend of mine, and I'm not going to say his name, but if he's watching this, you know who you are. And he went for a stage in his life where he wanted to go prison.
Yeah, so it's similar to kind of my thing, Mikey, yeah.
If you look at him, he looks like a 15-year-old little kid.
Yeah.
But he wanted to go prison.
Yeah.
Didn't matter what it was for.
Nah.
He didn't care. He wanted to go. In his head, I need to be that man. I need to go to prison. It's going to toughen me up. And he's a good boy. Like, he's not a young kid, but I look at him and he's like a little baby to me. Like I got love for the boy, but you know what it is? The problem is social media. It sits there and makes everyone feel like they need to be this gangster. Yeah. They need to be this top dog. If you're not carrying a knife, you're a pussy. If you're not doing this, you're that. If you're not doing this, you're that. When in reality, look at you, for example, yeah? You've turned your life around. You're doing so much better for yourself now. You don't need to look over your shoulder. I even asked you, why are you covering your face today? Yeah. And you said to me, I just want a private life. I don't care. I don't want people to know who I am. I just want a private, happy life. Yeah. And I think it's social media, these rappers. If you're not rapping about drug dealing and stabbing man and doing this, then your music's not doing well. Yeah, it's because you know what, Mikey? It's like when, like I said, I was one of them guys that was trying to be something I wasn't.
some rappers or some people might put out something and think, it's nothing. But there'll be guys like myself back then who would think, we need to be like this, so we're going to do this, this and that. There was a young guy called A1. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a young rapper.
Okay.
But he put something out one time and said, A1 from the 9, he said that these young guys that are killing people, they're not murderers. They're stupid.
Yeah,
they're just rolling with a knife, Mikey, poking someone maybe in the bum cheek, thinking, he's going to be all right. That person bleeds out. Now they're doing life in jail, Mikey, regretting it for nothing. They kill people for nothing these days, Mikey, you know.
Exactly.
Back then, it was, all right, he robbed me for a brick. You kind of understand why that person.
Yeah.
Now.
But now, do you know what it is? Now it's, I think the problem is people are really broke.
Yeah.
Like, people are not
100%.
People ain't poor. People are broke.
Agreed.
They're not paying. They're wondering how they're keeping their lights on in their house.
Yeah. Agreed, Mikey.
And I think we're going for a situation now where, in the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to see it get a lot worse. House robberies are going to go through the roof. But people's not got money.
But it's coming back, Mikey. Look at phone robberies. They've come back now.
Badly.
You're seeing it. People
Watch
are robbing
robberies, you can't even wear a
jackets,
watch.
Canada. Yeah, you can't do that.
Like,
it's really happened. There's a lot of happenings. And like you said, it's because man ain't got money, bro.
people are struggling.
And
if you're sitting there watching your mum cry, like you said, you're watching red letters come through the post, and you're at home watching it, you think, and you're a 15, 16-year-old boy, I don't advise it, but you're sitting there thinking, I need to make some money for my mum.
The young G's don't want to do the jobs that I done.
I need to make some money for my mum. What can I do? Boom. Let me go. That boy from school's got a lot of money. Let me go rob him.
Exactly.
I can help my mum. That's
yeah.
what.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these youth, like you said, they're not murderers.
No.
They're not. Half of them are just misguided as well.
Misguided. They just, Mikey, look, you got a 15, 16-year-old. He just goes into his mum's kitchen and pick up a knife, bring it outside. How hard is that?
It's mad.
And a lot of these guys as well, Mikey, they don't really want to do like the hard labor jobs.
No one wants to go
man.
work in a warehouse.
Yeah, he wants to do that. So if he ain't got the money, how are you gonna get the money? You know, so.
But so it's a cruel world out there. And
it is, and I'm just happy that I can tell the story to like these people. Like, just try and realize who you are. Don't try and be like everybody else, because all these young people, not all, but majority of them, Mikey, they just all look the same. Yeah. Trapstar jacket, Air Force Ones. It don't mean they're all the same though.
But back in the day, it was people got into beef for a reason.
Yeah.
No, you're not getting a random. Fair enough. Don't get twisted. There's some random robberies, phone robberies would happen, stuff like that. But coming home and saying, I had a fight today. There was always, what happened? I moved to his girlfriend. I've done this. Now it's, what happened? I looked at him.
Exactly.
And he stabbed me. Or you're laying on a hospital bed, you're going to die because you looked at someone.
Yeah.
Like, I've interviewed guests and I'm talking to them and they're saying, Mikey, I didn't care about shooting that man.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I didn't care. I went home and I celebrated. Like,
I had one of my friends, Mikey, he's one of them Joey Essex kind of guys. Banter, everything. He's come down to Brixton now. He's gone into Morley's and said to one guy, you know what to do your laces, mate. Go and do that. The guy ducked him down with a samurai sword.
I believe it.
Just for saying that, Mikey. It's like the people need to find a trade, Mikey, or find some kind of business to get the money rolling,
you know what it is? I said it as well to my boys.
Yeah.
There is money everywhere.
Yes.
Don't sit there and tell me there's no money. You got TikTok now. It's paying people 20 grand a week. A week.
Crazy, mate.
From your phone.
From your phone.
Forget all. Put the knives down. There's no more money in drug dealing. There isn't. Don't tell me there is. There's, unless you're getting it from source, main supply, and you're selling it, bro. It's not worth it. I always say, if you're in a life of crime, like you've seen, I've had over 100 guests. I'd say 80% are criminals. There's only one thing in common. They've all been in prison. That's it.
It's the worst place you can go, as you know, Mikey.
It's the only thing that's going to happen. You're going to go prison. Or the ones that ain't here are dead.
We didn't have TikTok, Mikey, when we was younger.
No chance.
You had to go out. You
had to go out and get the money. Now it's a lot easier. People are saying, but back in your day it was easier. Nah,
man.
Now, bro, you can make a TikTok video overnight, go viral, and make 10 bags.
That's the life. But they don't want to do that.
No, they don't want to. They want to stay no face, no case, go out on the street, stab people and rob them.
It's crazy, man.
Well, it's just a mad world out there. It is a mad world out there. What message do you have for the younger generation, bro? Because you've done it all. You've experienced the road life.
Yeah.
What's your advice for the youngers?
I hope they listen, first of all, because young people don't listen like before. Do you know what I mean, Mikey?
Yeah,
like, they all want to be, like, you know, well, not all, but the majority of them, they don't want to hear none. But, like, a lot of you guys have friends or whatever. You lot, they're dying out too young. Live life. Experience having kids. Stay on your TikToks. Make 20 grand. Invest into a business. Do you know what I mean, Mikey? Like, just grow up. Like,
bro, you're hearing about young rappers nowadays, yeah? Like, for example, Diggity.
Yeah.
But he's just gone prison.
Yeah, even the other one. Dig That.
Yeah, Dig That. Sorry, not Dig. Yeah, Dig That, not Diggity. He got
That.
Bando K.
Yeah, yeah.
But all these guys who got crazy in front of them.
Yeah. I mean, look at the chains they wear, Mikey. The video. Like, look at the car. Look what
Some of the chains are worth more than fucking cars.
house money, mate.
They got like, and you're
I
hearing
don't
this person's gone prison. Bro, what are you doing? Stick to your music. Keep making your money. What are you carrying guns for? Stabbing people? This one, allow it, man. You're living a good life. Chill out.
I know.
Chill out.
I would just say, Mikey, they need to invest into something. Either if you're not, like, you know, there's businesses there, there's trades there. If you ain't got a good 9 to 5, invest into a business. Get on TikTok. Save all that money. Do you know what I mean, Mikey? I would have got onto TikTok now. I didn't know I was making that much. You know me, Mikey. I don't have social media, but the only reason I haven't got it is because I've already got my business. If I didn't know where to start, I'll get on social media.
But anything, bro. Anything. There's anything to make money now. You can. Bro, there's sales jobs on the phone. There's all these work from home jobs.
Yeah.
You ain't even got to go out to the street, bro. Sit at home on your laptop working.
Easy. Like I said, Mikey, they didn't want to do the ones like I was doing warehouse work, Mikey.
No one's doing that work no more.
No one's doing that.
No one wants to do it.
But so, you know, the opportunities they have now, take it.
100%, man.
But you know how it goes, Mikey. You know, you give everybody something. There's always gonna be a mess up somewhere.
100%.
Yeah, man.
Well, look, my brother, it's a pleasure having you on my show.
Definitely. Thank you for having me.
And you know what I say to the viewers out there, guys, this isn't a podcast where we come on here and we glamorize crime.
No.
As you can see, we've got a brother on the show he's done all of that. And now he's turned his life around and he's on a better path than he was on, a way better path.
Agreed.
And he's here today to tell the story, to let the youth know. And I do hope, truthfully, from my side as a podcast host, I hope that when you're watching these podcasts, you're not watching it thinking, oh, yeah, he's a gangster. Yeah, sick. He shot that guy or he done this.
Definitely not.
None of them are still doing what they're doing. No. They've all turned their life around. Everyone comes on this show to make you youngers aware not what to do. Don't look at it and think, oh, yeah, wicked. If I can only go to prison for a year, come out and sort my life out, because you might end up going to prison for 25 years. One wrong move, that punch. I had another guy on this podcast, shout out to Ty Mitchell, my first ever guest. He punched someone and he killed him.
Wait, what year was that?
When did it happen?
I think that was the same year I got. It could have been.
Probably.
Because when I got nicked for what I got nicked for, the barrister pointed out another case. Was it the guy on the Was it on a cyclist? Did he punch? No. Somebody else.
It was a late night. It was a night they were out partying.
Yeah.
Boxer hit him.
But similar, yeah.
Killed him.
See? One bang, bro.
And he now can't professionally box anymore. He can't do this. He can't.
I've seen that, you know, Mikey. I've seen that interview.
It's affected his life. And I think everyone needs to wake up a little bit and realise that it's one punch. That's all it takes. One punch or one stab or one of anything. But listen, my bro, I don't want to dive too much into that. It's a pleasure having you on my show.
Thank you, bro.
If anyone wants to reach out to you, where can they reach out to you, my bro?
I'm not really on social. You know me, Mikey.
Don't reach out to him. Reach out to me, I'll reach out to him.
Watch this and you know,
take some advice from me.
Yeah, if one person can at least get something from me, I'll be grateful. But yeah, Mikey, thank you for having me, man.
Pleasure having you on my show. Guys, if you like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.